terms of what I can sell inventory items. I can sell GL accounts. So if that would be a transaction that's maybe service related, I don't want to set up a resource or something like that. I just want to put some sort of descriptor on there. That'd be a GL account. We can sell resources, so that would be people, machines, think project-based, time and materials, that sort of thing. But I can put it right on a sales order if I want to. There is the ability to sell the fixed asset. So again, this is more of like a transaction based against the fixed asset itself. So items, inventory items, I've got variants, I've got multiple locations, I've got full unit of measure conversion, pricing capabilities, etc. Just wanted to draw your attention to these 4 fields right here on the sales order. So depending on the complexity of your distribution environment, we actually have the ability to do posting and processing the shipment and the invoice right off the sales order. So I said if you don't need warehouse operations, we can do all of the warehousing shipping function right from the sales order. I can actually print a pick list, et cetera, if I want to, right from the sales order. If you want to have those processes set up separately, your organization needs that, not a problem. These become read-only fields, so they're visible on the sales order, so I know from a sales order perspective what's happening on the document, on the transaction, but I can't actually process the shipment, for example, from here. Then I'd have to go create a warehouse shipment, again, depending on how you need your warehouse to be configured. So Business Central functionality can expand and contract to meet whatever your organization's specific requirements are, and I can mix and match that. If a particular location requires those documents, fine, I enable for those. I can shut it off for the other ones, okay? All right, pretty straightforward in terms of data entry. I talked about printing. I'm just gonna print a confirmation here so that everyone can see this. So this is an example of a sales order confirmation. There's probably 8 or 10 different templates that can be used for sales order acknowledgement, sales invoice, purchase orders, picking documents, etc. These are all modifiable using Microsoft Word. So these are just Word templates. You very easily can download a template from Business Central, open it up in Word, make modifications to it, upload it back into the system, and you're off and running. So the ability to maintain these documents and what they look like for your organization, very easy to do. So you do have control over fonts, colors, graphics, really whatever you can do in Word, essentially you can make happen using one of these Word templates. So very easy to modify, change, make fit your specific requirements for your organization. I do have the ability to then email these documents as well. So if I said email confirmation, for example, what the system will do is it will take the output that we just looked at. It's going to create a PDF document, append it or attach it to an email, and then send the email out. So it's not going to send a Word doc in that case. It's going to actually send a PDF document. You can also embed it into the body of the email if I needed to. Okay. All right, other things on the sales order, if I wanted to, these are my dimensional values. We didn't talk a lot about that in the GL side of things, but think account structure, how I'd want to run financial reports, categorize transactions, et cetera. These are all configurable during the implementation. So these are just some examples in my demo system, department, project, customer group, area, business group, et cetera, if needed. I'm just going to open this personalization up on the line item just so that we can get a view of other functionality that's available if needed in the system that we can expose. So I do have the ability to show cost on the sales order item. Actually, the demo I did this morning, that was one of the requirements or things they wanted to see. You know, the salesperson wants to see the cost of the item as they're entering a transaction, not a problem. Could be on a fact box, could actually be right on the line item if I wanted to. Drop ship, so we do have the ability to do full drop shipment tracking. So creating a sales order, say it's a drop ship item, go create the PO, receive the PO, and then I can ship and connect all those transactions together if I want. Talked about sales tax calculations at the line item level, not a problem. We do have the ability to do reservations in the system. So if you want to hard allocate demand and supply together in the system, we can do that. We can also make reservations optional. I always caution people a little bit on reservation. There's some extra data entry that's required there, but we do have the ability to do it if we need to. We can manage prepayments, intercompany transactions, OIC partner. So we can do intercompany transactions, as I said, at a GL level. It could be at a customer level. We also can do let's say distributed revenue. So in the case of an intercompany transaction on a sales order line, maybe I want to book revenue to an intercompany transaction just at a revenue level. So I can do that as well. It's not necessarily a billing transaction. Assembly, as we had talked about, I do have deferrals. So deferrals generically could be an expense transaction or it could be a revenue transaction. So deferrals would allow me then to automatically create that transaction. I can modify if it's a straight line or per days per period or kind of whatever I'd want on the deferral cycle. Bins is related to warehouse management. So I did say we had full bin tracking, zones, warehouse management, et cetera. I can do that. Yeah, and then dates. A lot of date calculations in the system. Okay, that's pretty quick look at sales order entry. As I said before, we do have the full attachments at the transaction level if we need it. We do have the ability to do approvals at the transaction. So if there were approvals enabled, they're going to show up here under the approval a process if I needed it.